Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Mark Smith and I'm going to be talking about passing your business technology boards and how to get through there, the joys of business technology. So I have a presentation I'm going to take you through to kind of go over the 6 objectives and the various things that you're going to need to be prepared for in order for you to succeed in completing and finishing and passing your boards here at UAT. Now, as a business tech major, you have 6 objectives that you're going to need to go through. The first one is demonstrating the ability to create and document technology strategies and product development plans. The second, demonstrate the ability to assemble resources and infrastructure needed to successfully take technologies to market. Third, demonstrate capacity to apply lean/agile approaches in the development of organizational mission, strategy, and technology product development. Fourth would be demonstrating baseline knowledge of business operational elements, finance, legal, operation, resources, marketing, market analysis, manufacturing, and supply chain infrastructure and economics that all tie together. The fifth one is going to be demonstrating competency in leading technology teams. And the last one is going to be generating and visualize data for use as decision-making analytics and metrics to communicate organizational performance. Now, I know all of those are a mouthful, so I'm going to take you through individually to showcase what classes you'll be building on in order to do that. Now, these 6 objectives on the surface might seem a little intimidating, but you have already completed the coursework in your classes that you've taken here at UAT to sufficiently demonstrate the ability to meet these 6 objectives. So that's what you're going to be focusing on and doing. So don't be afraid. You've already completed these objectives if you complete your coursework here at UAT. So you've taken the right business tech classes or just classes in general that are tied to the business technology program. You're going to be just fine. At this point, it's all about organizing and showing up exactly what you have done in order for you to present to me and my fellow colleagues the ability to showcase that you've met those 6 objectives and showing off the work that illustrates you have the knowledge base and understanding to do so. So your website is going to look very rudimentary. It's going to have an area, typically your SIP site and your portfolio site/boards are going to be on the same website. You're going to have an area for projects or SIP, and then you're going to have an area for objectives or your portfolio, however you want to label it. But your website should have a separate tab for portfolio or the objectives, however you want to lay it. You want to clearly show the 6 objectives as is demonstrated in this backdrop of a student's project here, and you want to display at least 2 pieces of work to fill each objective. And you are allowed to use one body of work up to 2 times per objective. And so make use of it. So hypothetically, if you're able to kind of mix it together, you're going to be showcasing anywhere between 8 to 12 different assignments throughout your trajectory in order to showcase exactly how this is going to work. The low end 6, but typically you like to see at least like 8-ish. But if you're good, 2 is the bare minimum, 3 is even more excellent. Just depends on how much body of work you want to showcase for each objective and how sufficient you feel that those match up to it. Because there are different gradients of sizes of projects as well. There might be a small assignment within a course that meets one of those objectives, and you might have a large scale thing like your student innovation project, internship, things of that nature that you've done in order for you to show that you've really encompassed that skill set to the max. So what you should display: past assignments, production studio work, outside UAT work, internship. These are going to be all at your disposal to showcase things in order for you to meet those 6 objectives. We don't conclude that you have to have met everything within the classroom. You could have done it in working with your student innovation project and an internship here at UAT or outside of UAT. It could have been doing it during a production studio. There's a bunch of different ways that students will fulfill these credentialing. Or if you have outside experience that you're bringing into the classroom, that also can appease those 6 objectives. The goal is for me to ensure that you have these 6 main things ready to go and that you have these competencies of when you get into the real world and we subject you to the business world of today. And so that's what you're going to be utilizing and focusing on. So objective 1, the classes that you can and have possibly gone through in order for you to meet this objective is Business 200, which every student has taken. So you most likely have finished this course and you have coursework to go that. Typically your final is what's going to be utilized in this. Management 320, Management 415, Management 441, and potentially any of the production studios in the tech space that I lead, if you are leading a project within that realm, then you definitely have met those credentialings. So you can easily pick and piece these various assignments and projects together in order to do that. You just have to kind of sift through and figure out which assignments you want to put on display. For Business 200, which is utilized a lot for portfolio, I would recommend the final because it encompasses all the different assignments that you've done through the entire semester, as do a few of the other courses here that are listed. That's objective 1. Objective 2 also has Business 200, but remember, you can only use things twice, so just pick and choose how you're going to relay it. Marketing 120, Management 320, Marketing 250, and then possibly Production Studio as well, if it's applicable. Assignments are typically final projects of these classes and how they're going to fit and work in encompassing for that. And if you need more guidance, please reach out to me directly because I can help facilitate the picking and choosing of the assignments and therefore. Objective 3, you have Marketing 100, Management 102, Management 220, Management 230, Management 330, Management 441, and possibly Production Studio as well. Kind of seen a pattern. A lot of these classes overlap to intersect these objectives, and they also encompass Production Studio typically a lot. Also keep in mind though, internship can play a part in any of these areas if it's applicable. So if there is something that you are not 100% sure on, please reach out to me and any other subject matter expert in my field so we can kind of guide you in that field. So that way we can pinpoint and showcase things that are going through there. Objective 4, you have Business 200, Marketing 120, Marketing 220, Management 320, Marketing 250, Management 415, and possibly Production Studio as well. Again, a lot of overlap with the classes, but pick and choose what makes sense and works best, and you want to show the best and brightest of what you have to offer. You might have extra work. Like I said, you might have 3 or 4 assignments that meet this specific objective. Don't be afraid to put them all in, and the more the merrier. I'm not saying that two is the bare minimum. If you have 3, 4, possibly 5, that's a little extensive, but whatever it is that you need to get across that you made that objective real is all you really need to showcase to me. And then objective 5, Marketing 100, Management 102, Management 220, Management 230, Management 330, Management 441, and possibly Production Studio. Production Studio usually fits in with all of these in some way, shape, or form, especially if you're leading the project, as I've had in the past. Many business tech majors leading projects within the tech studio, and it is a first-hand experience of management, documentation, keeping track of people, working with burn down charts, Trello boards, and working directly with me as your superior, so to speak, to get in applicable management-based skill sets and documentation. So all of those classes meet the objective 5 too. In objective 6, you have a slew to pick from, ranging from Marketing 100, 120, 220, 250, and all the management courses basically encompasses as well. 220, 230, 320, 330, 415, and 441. Have your pick at it. Pretty much every single one of these classes encompass using some kind of visual aid to make data-driven decisions. Anything in marketing is going to context in that. So if you've taken Marketing 250 or 120 or 100 or any of those classes, it's going to tie in directly to utilizing that data pool in order to make decision making and to guide your applicability of what you're creating there. And typically, like I said, there's very pinpointed assignments that work here, or typically finals that encompass a lot of workload to show this portions off. And those are the various things that you're going to kind of work off of. You have a lot to choose from. That's what I want you guys to really kind of get your mind wrapped around. So many times I have students come to me saying, I don't know what to put, I don't think I have enough for it. You just have to make sure that you pinpoint the classes that match up, pinpoint the work that you're going to show off, and just put it all together. You have the tool sets to work it. Choose your best and brightest assignments to show off. The more visually stunning, the more workload you put in it, more detail-oriented, the more management skill sets you have in there. By all means, showcase that to me. You're basically showing yourself off to me to ensure that you have met these objectives, and we can dub you a satisfied graduate at UAT, and we have complete confidence that you can go into the real world and just kill it. So be ready to that. Be ready to elaborate as well. No short-winded answers here. I want you to elaborate. I want you to walk me through the documentation and really dig into what you did on those assignments and the experiences and the things that you went through. You don't need short-winded answers, and the stuff doesn't just speak for itself. You have to kind of be the narrator through your journey, because Me just looking at documentation or a project proposal or something of that nature, it doesn't give me a full context of everything that you put into the assignment. So be sure to do that. And be proud of your work, because you've spent enough time here, you've done the work, either whether it's in the classroom, outside the classroom, or encompassed in some way, shape, or form in your journey. Be proud of it, show it off, let me know how you felt and what you learned from it, and we go there. You finish, you graduate, and you're done. And that's what you should be focusing on, and that's what you should be doing. Utilize everything and anything at your disposal, and reach out to myself and utilize your instructor of your course in order for you to get the kind of pinpointed area you need and help for organization. You have all the tools at your disposal, you have all the workload there. Just pick what you want to show off, find the right objectives for it, don't use it more than twice, and put it all together, and you'll be fantastically involved. So I look forward to seeing it, helping you through, and I'm always here if you need me for anything.